Hi, this is Wiley Sharp with Denison Yachting here in the beautiful Virgin Islands, and today I want to do a quick video answering some of the questions I've received over the last 6 months from viewers, subscribers here on my YouTube channel. Been having a ton of fun making these videos, and yeah, you know, I do it for y'all. So if you ever have any questions, please don't hesitate to leave them down below, send me an email. You know, if you take a boat like, you know, let's say a Leopard 45 or a Lagoon 410, one of those boats that's going to sell right around $200,000, and do a full refit on the boat, you're going to probably end up spending anywhere from 60 on the very low end to 100 on the high end. So now you've got 300 grand into the boat. When you do go to sell it, will it sell above market value in terms of where the comps are? Absolutely, but will you recover that $300,000 that you've put into the boat? You won't even come close. So depreciation wise, doesn't necessarily make sense, although from a cruising and enjoyability standpoint, having new generator, new air conditionings, new motors, new sails, new rigging does create a lot of peace of mind and will help you enjoy your yacht. And you know, quick answer there is, if the euro is really weak to the dollar, on paper it sounds like it would make sense, but there's some other factors to take into account, like value-added tax, as well as if the boat is wired up for US electric or European electric. And you know, there's a lot of really cheap boats in the Mediterranean. So if you've got a US spec boat that would normally command more of a premium in the North American market, doesn't necessarily make sense to bring it over to the Med to sell. I live on St. Thomas in the US Virgin Islands, although I do cover pretty much the entire east coast of the United States, as well as the entire eastern and western Caribbean. I'm out in California looking at some boats right now. I'm heading over to Europe in September to look at boats. So although I'm based in the Virgin Islands, I do cover a pretty wide territory. So if I'm representing you as the buyer on a boat, my commission is paid by the selling broker, or by the seller, and then we work out a commission split agreement between myself and the other broker. Usually we split the commission on a 50-50 basis. The response back to that was, that's kind of like asking you know, mother which one is her favorite child. It's a very hard question to answer. I will say there's, you know, a couple of catamarans that I absolutely love. I'm a huge fan of the Leopard 46. I think a lot of y'all know that already. I've spent a lot of time sailing those, so I'm very comfortable on those. Also a very big fan of the Lagoon 450. You know, space, sailing performance wise, I think they're great boats. When we charter boats, we usually charter Fountaine Peugeot Helia 44. So those are kind of in that size range, the three boats we like more than most. If I were picking a boat for my wife and I to go circumnavigate on, and price wasn't really a concern, I would definitely go with a you know, Privilege Series 5 or a Privilege 495 because of the performance, fit and finish, and just how robust those are. If I was looking to put a boat into luxury crude yacht service, I would definitely go with the Privilege as well too, either a Series 6, a 615, 745, but those are some of my favorite catamarans. I'll link this back to a video I did on why you should call me if you want to go that route. But I think it's a fantastic idea of buying a boat coming from an ex-charter company, or from a charter company. The boats do see a lot of wear and tear during those 5 years, although the charter companies do a reasonably good job bringing them back to life. And I mean, those boats in 5 years basically take a 50-60% hit in depreciation. And so, you know, I always tell people the first person to buy the boat to put it in a charter always loses. The person buying it when it comes out of charter always wins. Because I mean, you can take a boat like a Leopard 46, which I talk about all the time, knew that boat was over $700,000, and coming out of charter, I mean, they're selling now in the very low threes. So that's quite a depreciation hit right there. And the simple answer for that is, I mean, a lot of people keep their boats longer than 3 to 5 years. Some keep them shorter than 3 to 5 years. Most people, though, that buy a catamaran to go cruising kind of have it as part of their 5-year plan. Excuse me, where they want to go sailing for a while, and then after they get all their sailing done, move back to the States, back to land. But you know, everybody's different. And a lot of that really depends on experience. I mean, my wife and I, we've taken out 75-foot catamarans, just the two of us, fine, but we've been doing this quite a while. You know, it just really depends on your experience. Personally, me, if I was gonna go cruising, just my wife and I probably wouldn't go larger than 50 feet, not because we couldn't handle it, but once you go larger than 50 feet, just the amount of fiberglass to keep clean is a bit daunting, and you just don't gain that much, in my opinion. I mean, you do, but it's not worth the extra work. It's just like finding a home inspector anywhere. I mean, it's about finding somebody with a good reputation that knows what they're doing and knows what they're looking for, and getting good referrals. Absolutely. I mean, I help clients with that all the time. I've got a very close relationship with insurance agents, with sailing instructors, sailing schools. So if you're brand new to catamaran sailing and you need some guidance, I can definitely help steer you in the right direction. And you just have to look at that on a case-by-case basis. It all really depends on if the import duty has been paid or not, what state you're taking it to, if there's a state tax, property tax, sales tax, use tax, etc., etc. So it's just really on a case-by-case basis. And that really depends on where you're going to be. If you're looking for a boat for the Caribbean, you know, July, August, September, October are really the best times, because that's when people are looking at getting out of their boats, and it's just a great time to start planning for the next season. If you're looking in the Mediterranean, you know, fall and spring are really the good times to look for a catamaran. So those are a number of questions I've gotten in the last 6 months since I started my YouTube channel. If you have any questions, please leave comments down below. I have so much fun making these videos, but I really make them for y'all. So, you know, email me, comment, let me know what I can do to make better videos, make them more engaging. And yeah, have a great day. Thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to hit the subscribe button.